Viewers, when a desert swallows green land and converts it into desert as well, this process is called desertification, and its biggest victim is the Kabuki Desert located in China. There was a time when the Kabuki Desert was expanding at the rate of 500,000 acres every year. That is, every year this desert was swallowing nearly 500,000 acres of fertile land as well. At that time, China used every possible effort to reduce this rate of desertification. During the 1950s and 1960s, many projects were launched. Sand control stations were built. Trees were planted in the desert, but this sea of sand was out of control. Then one day a local entrepreneur named Wang Biao changed everything. Wang invested his money in a strange idea. He began placing dry shrubs in square shapes over hundreds of acres of desert and started planting willow trees between them, which we also call the willow tree. Willow is a tree that can survive even without water because its roots go down as deep as 300 feet into the desert in search of water. This wood is used to make paper and furniture, but only if the tree can survive in the desert. In the Kabuki Desert, strong winds blow the sand away, which causes the moisture trapped inside to evaporate. And to protect the willow saplings from these strong winds, shrubs were planted around them. In the beginning, everyone laughed at Wang, saying, "Look, who is this madman planting trees in the desert?" But no one knew Wang's intentions. For the next 3 years, everything went fine. But then, a new problem arose. The willow trees now needed special care. If they were to be sold to the paper and furniture industry, it was necessary to immediately cut the new branches so that the main trunk of the tree would become thicker. But doing this in the desert was very difficult and also expensive. And this is where the story takes a new turn. This is the point where rabbits enter the story, especially Rex rabbits. Rex rabbits became a part of this story. Rex rabbits are a special breed whose fur is exactly like the hair of an otter, very soft, expensive, and used to make luxury clothing. But why were rabbits brought here at all? Because one small habit of theirs completely changed the ecosystem of the Kabuki Desert. Rex rabbits like to eat the new branches that grow on willow trees. As they kept eating the new and thin branches, the main trunk of the tree kept becoming thicker. This thicker wood was bought at high prices by the paper industry. That means the rabbits ate food and also provided raw material to the paper industry. On one side, the environment, and on the other side, the economy both began to win. But this was only the beginning of the story. As you already know, the roots of the willow tree go as deep as 300 feet underground. These roots went into the sand and started increasing its structural stability. The benefit of this was that during strong winds, the sand no longer flew away and the moisture trapped inside did not evaporate. Meanwhile, the rabbits began to show their real magic. The waste of Rex rabbits, that is, their droppings started working as fertilizer. In China's zero-waste system, this also became a valuable product. Secondly, this breed of Rex rabbits produces the most offspring. A single female gives birth to 50 bunnies in a year. That means their reproduction rate is also quite high. When the number of rabbits increased, their droppings also increased, and the land became even more fertile. In no time, sand turned into farmland, where organic vegetables also started being grown. Another important quality of Rex rabbits also played a crucial role in this miracle. One more quality of theirs is that they can digest grass but cannot digest grass seeds. Because of this, the seeds come out as is with their droppings, and after some time the grass also began to multiply. That is, the rabbits not only did the maintenance of the willow trees, but also grew grass. And in the end, their fur also started being sold at high prices. This process became a self-sustaining cycle. The rabbits literally started turning the desert green. After the success of this experiment, Wang did not stop here. He rented 100 bulldozers and started leveling the sand dunes of the desert. Filled pits flattened the land and started planting willow trees there as well. During this time, local people were encouraged to raise Rex rabbits. With the help of the Chinese government, Wang imported millions of Rex rabbits and distributed them among local people. Every home now became a small farm. This project continued for 10 years, and the entire area changed. There was a time when nothing existed here except sand. Now it is a green area. The total area of the Kabuki Desert spreads over 18,600 square kilometers. According to a UN report, 33%, or about 6,250 square kilometers, has now turned green. This is a result of more than 30 years of hard work. Because of this transformation, the Kabuki Desert is now known as an ecological marvel instead of the Sea of Death. But it was not only the environment that changed here. People's lives also changed. The Chinese government invested 3 billion yuan here, which is approximately $400 million. With this money, new villages were built and people were provided with new employment in the desert. Today, livelihoods exist on millions of acres of desert land. More than 2,000 farms are operating, and every year 3 million Rex rabbits are sold. The average annual income of a farmer has reached 9,600. That means the people who were once running away from the desert have now become wealthy right here. According to one estimate, the lives of 10,000 people have changed. In 2017, when media reporters came here, they saw that the environment had become 10 times better than before. Trees, grass, animals, and humans, everything was moving in rhythm. But here, one question must be arising in everyone's mind. If rabbits can turn deserts green again, then why are they dangerous in Australia? In fact, before 1859, there were no rabbits at all in Australia. Then a British man released just 24 rabbits here, so that their population would increase, and then the British could come here to hunt them. After 70 years, their population grew so much that it went out of control. In Australia, rabbits live in their natural habitats, whereas in China, they are kept in a controlled environment. Only as much work is taken from them as benefits everyone. This is the reason why rabbits are a curse in Australia, but a blessing in China. But the story of the Kabuki Desert does not end here. It is also home to the world's largest solar power image, called the Junma Solar Power Plant. Spread over 6,000 acres. This plant is made up of nearly 5 million solar panels, which, when seen from space, form the shape of a running horse. According to the Guinness World Records, this is the world's largest solar panel image. By 2022, this plant had generated 2.3 billion kilowatt-hours of energy. Because of this, China saved 7,600 tons of coal and produced 1.8 million tons less carbon dioxide. But if you think this power plant only generates electricity, then you are completely wrong. This plant also fights desertification. Sunlight does not reach under the panels. As a result, evaporation is reduced, due to which grass grows there. And to cut this grass, Rex rabbits are also kept here. Rabbits eat the grass, and sow new grass seeds through their droppings. Thus, not only is desertification reduced, but free energy is also produced, and in the end, the rabbit's fur is also sold at high prices. Because of the panels, the speed of strong winds here has been reduced by up to 50%. Less sand is displaced, due to which new land is slowly becoming fertile on its own. Today, if you go to the Kabuki Desert, you will see sheep, goats, ducks, and rabbits living together. There is grass under the panels and clusters of willows all around. No one could have imagined that the Sea of Death would ever be called the Sea of Life. And all of this started with the correct use of a small rabbit. Today, researchers from around the world are calling this model an eco-economic revolution. According to a report, 50% of the world's area is desert, and 40% of the area is fighting desertification. Today, Europe as well as America is trying to learn lessons from China's eco-economic revolution.